Hey guys, welcome back to Andy's Dinosaur Reviews, and as I promised, I'm back already with another video because we have news, so let's get straight to it. The very first thing that I want to tell you guys about are actually some upcoming W Dragon releases. It seems as though, even though it kind of seemed like it wasn't the case, that W Dragon does in fact still have the official Jurassic Park license. I thought at some point they had lost it because they didn't reveal any more Jurassic models that they, again, were planning to release, but now they have. And first of all, we have a tease for a new Spinosaurus. I don't know much about it outside of this image, but it looks really nice, and knowing W Dragon, I'm sure it'll be incredible. Maybe this one will be based more on the animatronics, since the previous one was more of like the CG version of the Spino. But then on top of that, we also have something that's going to make many people happy. We have this incredible female Jurassic Park 3 Velociraptor, and W Dragon, if you are unfamiliar, did at one point release a female Velociraptor like this, and that one sold out fairly quickly and is now a very sought after model. But this one looks to be equally as beautiful as the previous release, I would say. Sculpt wise, it is spot on. W Dragon, when it comes to screen accuracy, I feel like they are always on point, and paint wise as well, it looks gorgeous. So definitely another incredible officially licensed Jurassic Park model coming from W Dragon. I also wanted to let you guys know that Alita Heroes is actually planning to release some new models. They kind of teased these in a very interesting way without actually showing off the models themselves, and you can see as we move through these images that we've got some very exciting new stuff coming from them, including species like Ceratosaurus and Spinosaurus. And again, I think each and every one that they have shown off here, as far as this tease goes, is going to be really exciting. I'm a massive fan of Alita Heroes, and they're very stylized dinosaurs. If you haven't seen any of their stuff, definitely check out the playlist here on the channel. I feel like if you like stylized or even old school super articulated dinosaur figures, you're definitely going to love Alita Heroes. So once these are officially revealed, I will of course let you guys know. I also wanted to let you guys know about some very interesting new Carot Taurus vinyl figures that have shown up on Big Bad Toy Store. They are by a company called Gruzy Lab, I believe that's how you say it. I've never heard of them before. The figures are pretty cool looking, a bit stylized for sure, and quite expensive, but they could be fun depending on if you are a fan of this style or not. I of course would love to get them just because they're Carot Taurus, but I feel like the price range for the figure itself might be a little out of my comfort zone, but maybe at some point I'll take a stab at them. But they do look pretty fun. Again, you've got two different versions here, as you can see, and both look pretty neat. So if you are interested, make sure you check out Big Bad Toy Store, where you can purchase these right now. Also, as far as Nanmu goes, they have shown off their Indominous Rex. Again, we've got a much better look at the articulated joints and everything, and exactly what it's going to look like once it is officially released, and it looks unbelievable. If you have been in the market for a really nice super articulated Indominous Rex, this needs to be a day one purchase, because I don't think it will get any better than what we see here. Nanmu has been so unbelievably good lately at capturing screen accuracy, like exactly what you see on screen, and translating it to their figures. Not to mention the Smart series has been absolutely on fire, because they have been killing it with every single release. And this again is probably going to be, I would say, the most popular to come from the Smart series so far. Also, as far as the Beasts of the Mesozoic goes, we have a look at the prototype in the painting process of the upcoming Stegosaurus. And if you happen to miss the live stream that Creative Beast Studio had up, I think a day or two ago, they had shown off in that live stream how huge this is. It is gigantic. So if you've got a minute or maybe an hour, because it's a pretty long live stream, check that out. You'll definitely be impressed with the size of this. But I think the colors on this are really well done, and definitely again is going to be one of the single most striking Stegosaurus models I think that you'll find anywhere once it is officially released. Also, as far as Beasts of the Mesozoic goes, they had shown off this image, which is very clearly an Austroraptor, and I assume that means that we will be getting one of those at some point very soon in the line. I'm definitely excited for that. I love that species, and it'll be really fun to have such a nicely articulated version of it. Also, as far as Shaana goes, we've been seeing a lot teased from them, yet no actual models have been released when it comes to their PVC figures, but they have teased another one with a Loki Ceratops, which is pretty interesting considering PNSO just released one, so kind of strange that they had gone ahead and revealed theirs so quickly, but it looks pretty cool. Of course, we only have this one image, and a thank you goes out to Paleo Figuras for sharing this image, but it definitely looks fun. And the final thing I have, and a thank you has to go out to Plush Boy Q for this, but we've got ourselves some brand new Mattel Jurassic World reveals. We've got quite a few actually, and these had just shown up in the Jurassic Facts app, so that's why the images are going to look a little bit goofy. But first of all, one that we actually see here is one we've already had. We have the Herrerasaurus, and that looks to me to be the exact same figure that we had previously. I'm okay with this one coming back. You know, it's not like one of the others where it's just totally useless, like that weird red Velociraptor they keep re-releasing, or even the Dimetrodon in the newest wave of Danger Packs. But this one was actually a really nice figure, and it wasn't all that available when it had come out for that brief period. You know, it wasn't one that you saw everywhere, so I'm definitely excited to see this one coming back. Maybe I'll grab another to repaint this time. But we also have another figure that species-wise we've had before, but this one looks like a brand new release as far as the figure itself goes. We have the Pyroraptor, and as you can see, the plumage on the arms looks way better on this one than any of the older versions of the Pyroraptor. So it looks like when it comes to that mainline, you know, Strike Attack Pyroraptor, this is far and away going to be the best one that we've had yet. Obviously, it's not going to beat out the Hammond Collection version, but it's definitely going to be a fun one. But then we move into some new species that have not appeared in the Mattel line previously, and one that has me probably the most excited is the Hypsilophodon. That is super, super cool. I honestly did not expect to see this one in the Mattel line. I don't know why, because honestly, they really reach when it comes to their species, and you're going to see that as we move through these reveals, but this looks really cool, pretty fun color scheme, and of course an awesome species choice. We've also got a Hyungosaurus, and man, Mattel really went stylized with this one because it looks pretty crazy, but kind of fun at the same time. I actually really quite like the colors on this one, and the actual paint apps, you know, having color from head to tail. I wish the tail spikes out there had color, but it is what it is. Still a pretty fun figure, even if it is, again, quite stylized. But then we get into some crazy species that it's just like unreal that Mattel has chosen to make these, and it's not like it's something surprising because they always give us really obscure species, but these are pretty out there. The first one is the Gameza Okoi, and man, is this ever an obscure species. Like, I definitely did not expect to see this one in the Mattel line, but I'm really happy that it is in here, and again, Mattel continues to blow my mind with how obscure they can go with their species, and it overall looks really nice. Again, another instance of paint all the way out into the tail, which is really nice to see. Sculpt-wise, it looks really fun, and just generally species-wise, that is a crazy one, but it doesn't stop there. We are getting a Thopangaka, and wow, what an obscure species of pterosaur, and not to mention what a beautiful looking figure. Even though we can't really see it too well, it does look really nice from what we can see, but again, just my mind is absolutely blown by species choices from Mattel this time around. They've really gone ahead and created some really cool stuff, and the final one I have, maybe the craziest of all, and I'm not even entirely sure how you pronounce the species name. I would say Pharlowicknus, because again, I'm actually not very familiar with this species, and we really only know this dinosaur from like a trackway. That's it, footprints. We don't know much else about this dinosaur, so when it comes to a speculative sculpt, I think this is as speculative as you're going to find, but it looks like a fun figure. I'll definitely give them that once we, or if we in fact ever do find any real fossil material for this as far as like bones or anything. Who knows what it'll actually end up looking like, but Mattel again really reaching with this one, and I'm definitely a fan of it. I think it's going to be a really fun release, and maybe one of the most unexpected species to ever hit the Mattel line. So in the comment section, let me know what you guys think of all of this, and of course, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.